Hi everyone, Amber from Sustainable Jungle, where we share sustainability tips, tricks, hacks, brands, products, and stories to better our planet. And speaking of jungles, in a world where concrete ones dominate our landscape, there's a growing movement that's turning the tables on urban monotony and bringing a breath of fresh, leafy air to our built environments. It's called biophilic design, and it's a concept that seeks to create living and working spaces that connect us with the natural world around us, underpinned by the belief, and scientific studies to back them up, that connection with the natural world benefits our health and well-being, both physically and mentally. In fact, incorporating natural elements such as plants, water features, natural lighting, natural textures can help reduce stress, improve mood, balance circadian rhythms for which proper morning and evening light exposure is critical, reduce hypertension, lower blood pressure, and improve overall well-being. Studies have also shown that patients exposed to biophilic hospital designs, such as those with views of nature, have faster recovery times and require less pain medication. Plus, since plants are a core tenet of biophilic design principles, it also yields better air quality through phytoremediation of indoor pollution caused by VOCs and other common household toxins. So, a little history and etymology for you. Biophilic design is based on the principle of biophilia, which is the innate human tendency to seek connections and interactions with nature, which stems from the ancient Greek words literally meaning love of nature. Biophilic design takes these kind of abstract philosophical concepts and gives them practical, real-world application through 6 key concepts. Number 1, visual connection with nature through use of windows, skylights, and other openings that allow natural light and views of nature into the space. Number 2, non-visual connections to nature, things like natural sounds, textures, scents, and the use of water features, natural materials, and plants. Number 3, biomorphic forms and natural patterns through the use of curved lines, organic shapes, and patterns that generally mimic those found in nature. Number 4, natural lighting. Number 5, use of materials such as wood and stone. And number 6, complexity and order through incorporating fractals, natural patterns, and other elements that mimic those found in nature. So, knowing these, how can we actually incorporate biophilic design into our homes? Well, if my table did not give it away, plants, and more plants is the easiest and most popular way. But before you actually run out and start buying plants, it's important to do some research to determine what sort of plants you should be shopping for. First, consider what sort of light your abode offers. Things like sunrooms, south-facing windows, and skylights provide optimal lighting for sun-loving plants, but if you aren't fortunate enough to have ample natural lighting, rest assured knowing that not all plants like a lot of light. You can select low-light plants like a tabletop snake plant, compact trailing jade for shelves, or this beautiful neon pothos that I have behind me here. And always, artificial grow lights can help you supplement your natural lighting needs, particularly in these short winter days. Temperature and humidity are also important factors to consider. So I live here in Wyoming, where it gets very, very cold throughout the winter time, so this is something that I really have to pay attention to whenever I'm bringing plants into my home. And knowing how to group plants together and place them in optimal conditions can make or break your mini garden paradise. Also consider how much time you have to devote to caring for your plants. If you frequently find yourself away from your home for days at a time, or just find that you frequently forget to water, no judgment, choose low-maintenance plants like succulents and cacti, which thrive best with weeks in between watering. In fact, I only water my succulents like this guy and this guy right here, maybe once a month, and they seem to like that best. Once you've chosen your plants, you can arrange them in ways that aesthetically align with biophilic principles, like grouping them together in odd numbers and mix and matching the heights and sizes. If you have a living space with limitations on where you can place the houseplants, whether it be related to space, temperature, or sunlight, there's one room to prioritize above all others. And that would be the bedroom. A bedroom filled with plants can create a peaceful and calming environment to promote restful sleep. Plus, plants act as natural air purifiers, increasing oxygen to create an environment that's optimal for healthy sleep too. While all plants boast some air purification properties, some are actually more potent than others, including the Erica palm, peace lilies, spider plants, and the Chinese money plant. Next, we suggest incorporating plants into your home office, especially if you work from home like moi. Studies have shown that employees who work in spaces with natural elements such as plants and natural lighting are more productive, have higher job satisfaction, and experience less stress. And I think we could all do with a little bit of that. In fact, some studies have found offices with plants increase productivity as much as 15%. Additionally, incorporating natural elements into office spaces can help stimulate creativity and innovation, leading to more successful and innovative ideas. But we wouldn't want to add any more work to your office, so opt for low-maintenance plants that are tolerant of neglect. The variegated snake plant, the ponytailed palm, and most succulents are a good choice because they can thrive in low light and are perfect for those who may not have the greenest thumb. Adding plants to your bathroom can also create a peaceful and refreshing atmosphere, but it is important to be really specific about the conditions that those plants are tolerant of. Specifically, you're going to want to look for rainforest plants that enjoy low light and shady, moist environments because they're adapted to them. Some good options include the Boston fern, snake plant, and ZZ plant, aka the Zamiococcus zamiifolia. That last one in particular tolerates low light levels and really likes humidity. And finally, the kitchen can serve as an excellent spot for cultivating edible plants. Utilizing natural light by placing potted plants on window ledges and hanging them on the window can maximize your available space. For kitchens with a south-facing window that receives ample sunshine, compact varieties of cherry tomatoes, chili peppers, and certain garden herbs like mint and basil can thrive. I once had a basil plant in this house in a south-facing window that lasted for 2 years, even through the winter days, which was pretty amazing. So what about small living spaces? Well, coming from someone who lives in a 400 square foot tiny house, rest assured that even the smallest of spaces can be creatively stocked with plants to create a beautiful and relaxing environment. Air plants and Echeveria setosa are popular choices for small spaces and can be placed on any mantelpiece or shelf in an array of pots. You can also hang things from your ceiling or walls. If you rent and you're not allowed to do that, there are plenty of alternate ways to hang them, such as coat racks or the cornice of your windows, which is what I mostly use. Consider the mistletoe cactus, English ivy, silver vine, and low light loving pothos family, which again, this pothos is my favorite plant that I have in my house. For those who are allowed to mount things on their walls, living walls are a wonderful way to achieve a plant-filled house and introduce a little bit of natural texture to the house without taking up valuable floor or shelf space. They're like paintings, but with the added benefit of being natural air purifiers that can also improve your air quality. And beyond plants, consider your home's natural connection to nature by maximizing natural light and views with light-colored curtains or blinds that allow the sunlight to filter through, and increasing ventilation by opening windows whenever possible. Next, fill your home with natural, sustainable fabrics and materials such as raw wood, cotton, ideally organic cotton if you want the healthiest choice, linen, wool, and hemp fabric. So consider this when you're shopping for new furniture, rugs, and other homewares. And decorate with natural shapes and objects. Nature is the world's greatest sustainable home decor brand, so use her expertise to fill your space with cute curios like seashells, rocks, organic shaped decor. Maybe you have some neat fallen branches in your yard. Do like I do and turn them into a jewelry display hanger, or hangers for your craft projects. And I never really got over my obsession with collecting rocks when I was a kid, so you'll find rocks on just about every one of my shelves throughout my house. Now, I'm living proof that just about anyone, regardless of how big or small your living space is, can create a home environment that's just a little bit closer to nature. And we hope these tips have inspired you to create your own sustainable jungle. If you're an indoor plant guru, please drop your favorite plant recs and tips for keeping them alive in the comments below, or if you're not, ask us any questions that you might have. Now, before you head off to your local greenhouse, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on a veritable variety of sustainable living tips. Once again, I'm Amber from Sustainable Jungle, and thanks for making like a hanging plant and hanging out with us today.